Hey everybody, Andrew here from Desert Drifter. I'm en route to what might be the most confusing thing I've ever seen on Google Earth. So let's go check it out and see what it is. I found this circular object in the desert on Google Earth. It was unlike anything I had seen before. What was it? And why was it on this knife-edge ridgeline? I started searching the area for more clues and was absolutely stunned when I found a second one close by. I had to hike there and find out for myself what these were. I have been chomping at the bit to come out here and see what this thing is. I just have no idea what to expect. I mean, the first thing that caught my eye was just its shape. You know, it's like a perfect circle. And so I was like, whoa, you know, wait a minute, that's not normal. The more I studied it, I was like, gosh, it looks like it's like coming up out of the rock as opposed to being something that was built upon the rock. And so then, you know, at first I was like, oh, this is man-made. And then I started to be like, I don't know what it is. You know, is it some sort of geologic anomaly caused by erosion? I mean, out in the desert, we get what we call potholes a lot, but this would be different because this is like up on a ridge. But, you know, it also looked kind of like this perfect indentation. And I was like, I mean, what? Like, almost like some impact zone, you know, like a meteor or something, which sounds kind of far-fetched and out there. But I mean, I was just so like confused. I was just kind of having to take random guesses out there. And then even stranger than just having one of these things, there's two of them. I am so excited to go see what this thing finally is. All right, so I think we're getting pretty close. I actually think it's this ridge up here in the center of the screen. This one right there. Getting closer. Okay, so I think we're at the base of the ridge. Let's go up and over this. All right, we've got to be getting super close. I think just up over the hill here. Oh, okay, let's see. So I think this is the start of the elevated ridge line. I wonder, let's get up a little closer, see what that looks like, if there's any way to get up. Wow, guys, look at this. So it looks like some kind of rock stack up there. Oh man. Yeah, let's see. I wonder, look at this crack over here. I wonder if this will go up and be climbable. Let's see. Yeah, this seems like it's climbable, and I can kind of make out maybe more rock stack up. I don't know if you guys can really see it. The camera's struggling to catch it. It looks doable, so I'm gonna give it a go. Holy cow. Whoa. Gosh, it's not what I was expecting. Although honestly, I'm not sure what I was expecting. Wow, that's pretty big. And so as you guys can see, I mean, it's definitely an ancient structure of some kind. I mean, I say ancient, I have no idea how old it is. My gut tells me it's pretty old. I don't see any reason why a structure would have been built up here anytime in the last, say, 100 to 200 years. mean, this thing is pretty significant in size, and it's not like this rock could just be like pulled from the area right around this and stacked up. I mean, all this had to come from down below. And I mean, it's totally doable, but it's not easy. I mean, this isn't something you just slap together in an afternoon or two. Man, I'm blown away. So now that I know what it is, you know, my mind then goes, well, why? Why is this here? My first thought goes to some kind of a watchtower. You know, it's got a commanding view of this valley. Like you could see everything that came up or down it, whether it was game or people. So another thought is, I mean, there's just a massive area that you can see here. And so I wonder if this was some sort of like a signal station, you know, maybe on some other hilltop a few miles distant, there was another station like this. Those are probably my two, you know, best theories. The only other thought is that this was some kind of like a ceremonial or spiritual place because it was just up so high, you know, and overlooked so much. I mean, if this was all there was, it would be pretty epic in of itself. But I can't believe there's a second one of these that we still got to get to. So let's make some moves and go check it out. Okay, so I dropped down and the other one is somewhere, I don't know, a few hundred yards down here. So I'm gonna walk along this ledge and see if we can find a way up. Wow, look at this, guys. There's a ton of rock art. It's really faint, but there's some sort of a pictograph here. And then just to the left of that, we've got, looks like 1896. So there are a ton of bighorn sheep petroglyphs here. This guy looks like he's got a bow and arrow. This is a really big sheep here, probably almost 2 feet tall by 2 feet long. Can't tell if these guys are fighting or what. That's really cool. It's like a whole trainload of sheep. And then at the back, maybe these might be dogs. Just like dogs are used today in certain types of hunting. You know, maybe this is depicting some sort of like a chase where these dogs are pushing this herd of sheep to this guy over here who's gonna take them down and feed the tribe. The more sheep I see, the more I think that those structures maybe had something to do with spotting game. It almost looks like, you see this figure on the left is carrying a bow and arrow. It's like almost a man dressed up maybe with a sheepskin over him and then using that disguise to hunt these two sheep right here. Like a guy with an exaggerated shield protecting his center. Man, they just keep going on and on. Wow, there's a lot going on here. So we've got something from E. Jorgensen in 1900. And then, I mean, you can look for yourself. There's all sorts of things going on here. So I'm still walking this ledge, trying to see if I can find a way up on top of this, because that's where I think the other structure is. So I'm pretty sure the second structure is up on top of this. I just don't know how to get up there. All right, I'm looking for a way up. One side is sheer drop to maybe, you know, 200 feet below you. Yeah, sorry guys, I think I'm gonna put this away for a second, make a couple moves, and then I'll turn it back on. Whew. That was definitely quite a bit harder. Wow. Look at this thing. So my first impressions are, it's probably about half the size of that first one. You still get the commanding view up here, just like the other place. After seeing all those petroglyphs that seemingly had like a hunting motif, you know, I was thinking maybe these things are like really focused on hunting. You know, maybe that was their main purpose. But then the further I hiked up to the second one, I realized, okay, if you were just trying to have a nice lookout to spot game, like there are so many easier places you could have put these. Maybe they were watchtowers and signaling stations, but they also had a third purpose that, in the case of warfare or the need to retreat somewhere, they were safe havens as well. Whew, what an outing. Man, I had a blast. I hope you guys did. I just never could have imagined everything we were going to see here. This was definitely beyond my expectations, you know, to get two structures, which I'm actually really happy they turned out to be like an ancient structure of some kind rather than just some weird geology thing. Like, geology's cool, but you know, I like the history and archaeology better. To have all the rock art that we did too, and some really cool, like unique panels, some stuff I haven't seen other places. It just keeps getting better and better. If you guys want to keep exploring the Southwest with me, hit subscribe, give this video a like. I've got some stuff coming up I'm really excited about. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.